Okay, we're doing it.
Welcome back to the podcast.
So I
Yeah.
want to address a few things with you really quick about the last episode.
Oh
Um,
no.
you're a dumbass.
What did I
Um,
do?
so you gave like the numbers of your address out. You said the local weatherman's name. You pretty much doxed our area in the
I
last
don't ever
episode.
I don't ever remember saying the numbers of my address.
We were talking about the pizza guy that you pissed off. That how he like it's trying to call you and get your address, and you said the numbers of your address. I guess I didn't realize it at the time,
I
but I just listened back to the
that
episode. I'm like, this
shit.
dumbass. It's like, dude.
Yeah, and I remember saying the weatherman's name because it's still a big ass area. They ain't gonna find us there.
Yeah, well, if you say the name of our local weatherman, it narrows it down. There's like a radius of where they know we are now. So
Yeah.
we should just have like a ARG like riddle quest and just keep dropping hints and just have people show up to your door.
Oh fuck. I'm sorry, I'm retarded.
Yeah, so listen, I don't want this podcast to be overshare central, okay? Like it's supposed to be like funny, like whatever. And granted it is pretty funny, but let's try not to dox ourselves if we can help it.
I live in 4572.
208 Negro Arroyo Lane.
Whoa!
I'm Walter White.
We need to calm down. We just started this shit.
So in the next episode before I get canceled.
Good grief. That was too close.
Negro. I kinda
Don't
heard it too.
say it again. Don't say it. Don't start saying it and stopping. Good grief.
Yeah, we're back.
Speaking of doxing, so I seen this video. The Missouri Democratic candidate for governor shot someone.
Really?
Yes. So he was at some like gun range north of Kansas City or some shit, and he shot a metal target from like 10 feet away, and it ricocheted and hit a reporter's like arm.
God.
So it's so funny.
Somebody.
I don't even know who it was. I don't even know who's running in Missouri or any state whatsoever.
I don't
But
either.
I know, like, there's always Ted Cruz in Texas. But
So, like, this might be a dumbass question. Do governors not have term limits?
I don't know.
I feel like Ted Cruz has been the governor for, like, ever.
He might not anymore. I'm not that big into politics. That big. So I'm into the big stuff. But
it depends by state. 2 consecutive terms. What? This makes 8 out of 12 years, 8 out of 16 years. This makes no sense.
I don't know. Who knows? At this point, it seems like everyone stays around forever at this point.
Okay, so Ted Cruz isn't the governor of Texas. What does Ted Cruz do? Does he still eat people or whatever?
Eat people? When the hell did he do that?
I heard that. It's true. I don't know.
Fact check that, YouTube.
Oh, he's a senator.
He's a senator
now.
Yes. That rings a bell.
I feel like he's been around forever. Like, I never stopped hearing about this guy.
Right.
He's got an IMDb page. What?
Good grief.
Lady Ballers. He just plays himself. We gotta watch this movie.
Good grief. Another political dudes movie.
It's a basketball movie about transgender people.
Oh my god. No.
So what I'm picking up from this plot synopsis is that this guy is like transgendering a guy to compete in women's sports so that he can win.
Is it Michael Jordan or something, just with a wig on? He's like, "Hey guys, I'm here to play.
You're not that far off.
Hey ladies,
Yeah.
hey ladies, I'm here to play."
I'm one of you guys.
God,
Yeah, we gotta watch that at some point.
did you see Barack Obama rapping Eminem's Rap God?
I thought he rapped like "Lose Yourself" or something.
Oh,
That's
it
what I
was,
read.
yeah, it was Lose Yourself.
I
Right
read
after,
that somewhere, but yeah, like Eminem introduced him like Detroit or something.
it's so hard to watch. I mean, he tried really hard, but it's always gonna be weird to rap. One, when that's not what you do, and two, when there's no track behind you and just people are just standing there silently, like.
I can only imagine how it went. I'll have to watch that later. That's so funny.
Good grief.
I feel like there should be like a rap battle portion of the election. I feel like that would get more people to turn out for voting than anything.
Good grief.
Epic rap battles of history. I wonder.
Have they done one for Kamala and
They would have had to, right? I feel like that's the only time they ever come back anymore is to do like presidential stuff.
I feel like, although the one they did with Joe and him, they were way too like biased towards Joe, and sometimes, I mean, they're both shitty people either way, but so just let them both tell each other about how shitty they are instead of trying to. But also, you held a higher position in McDonald's than than Donald Trump.
Yeah, man, that's I'm trying to figure out how I can word that to put on applications so I can, I can get a good job. Like
I was Donald Trump's boss by like a few years
I was like a
and
few years off, but I could have been.
states, and
Or it could be like I held a higher position than the president of the United States. At one point in
in
my life.
parentheses, just put in parentheses at McDonald's.
No, I just won't even say that. I just won't even mention it unless they ask.
God, that's funny as hell. It was so weird to see him in that apron too.
I saw this thing today. It was like has 5 kids with 3 different baby mamas, criminal, and some other thing, and it's like, man, this guy just like us.
The only job he can get is McDonald's or president. There's no in between.
I just think it'd be so funny if he loses. Like that's where he just goes. It's like, well, I know one place that'll hire me again.
Just go into McDonald's and he's just like, hey guys.
Where was that? I feel like that was close to where I was staying in California. I should have stayed out there a little longer so I could have got my Big Mac from Donald Trump.
Oh, it's funny. And he's just like, he wasn't even wearing gloves with the spatula. I guess we never did.
Yeah, you'd only put the gloves on if you were putting the quarter pounders on.
Yeah. Oh, for some reason I always remember that. But he's like, yeah, touching this plastic thing for I don't touch the fries. You don't have to describe what you're doing.
It's all marketing, dude. It's all
Oh, of
marketing,
course it is.
and it's working. You know, me and Alton got into an argument today about this.
Oh no.
He sent me that, and he sent me a bunch of stats like the polls are looking pretty bad for Kamala right now. And I'm like, dude, you are so gay for Trump right now. Like, you're just slobbering on him. He's like, dude, that is derogatory and not fucking funny. Like, I'm not biased towards anyone politically. I'm like, that's a lie, but I mean, like, it was a joke, first off. I don't think you'd actually go and suck Trump off, but it started getting all pissy with me, dude.
I mean, I obviously do have a bias, but I think we all at this point do, unless you just don't care at all. But
I listen, dude. I really don't want this podcast to get political because
that's how we've started. We
I'm
started
not.
off.
Listen, I don't know a lot about politics, dude. Like, I don't like anybody in politics. It's fucking crooked as fuck. It's corrupt as fuck.
Oh, Sam, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm actually.
I like the entertainment value that comes out of it. Like
Oh yes.
like Trump scooping fucking McDonald's fries was never anything I thought I would ever see. Presidential, like, politics or not, you have to admit that's fucking funny.
It's this like past like 3 presidents have been like the most like funniest presidents that we've ever had in history. From starting at Barack Obama, pretty much. But you could also have Bush in there, but it's just all funny, though. But we can move off of politics now if you would like.
I don't know where to. I had something to say, but I forgot.
You didn't write it down?
No, it just popped in my head, then it popped right out. It must not have been on the board. And I don't I don't remember what it was.
Well, I have a question.
For me,
What
or
is
just like in general?
for you or in general
Who else
or
would
whatever?
I don't know why I asked that.
What is the most what is the most useless sport and why is it synchronized swimming?
That wasn't a question. That was just a statement phrased like a question.
Exactly. Just
I didn't know that was a sport.
I watched a video right before I got on here, and that's when I came up. My God, all they are is water cheerleaders. It is the weirdest thing to watch.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna take the counterpoint here. I don't think it's that useless because it takes skill to learn that stuff, right? And I think if you have to practice and get really good at it, it's not really useless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're just kicking around in water.
Could you do it?
You can't necessarily see what is happening. I mean, most of them, you're just kicking around a bunch of water. You can't tell if they're synchronized or not.
That's still like it's like dance, but in the water. So I feel like it's harder.
Yeah, why not just do it on land? Why you gotta be?
Because water's cool.
Like, I get cheerleading, but it's like, it's just cheerleading in water, and it makes no sense.
I mean, so where do they do synchronized swimming? Like,
exactly. What sport? Because they are just water cheerleaders, but what sport?
Well, did they do it at like the Olympics before, like the?
I'm gonna assume
big swim and dive events or whatever, and like, because that would make sense, and that's cool.
Well, technically, it's its own sport. Like, I would say cheerleading is technically a sport, but it goes along with other sports. But synchronized swimming is just water cheerleading, but it doesn't go with any sport.
So, like, like water sports are a thing, right?
I guess so. Just before the jet ski races, just have a bunch of...
Yeah, or like water polo. Hey! I've heard that word before. I don't know what it is, but...
Water polo. I don't know. I have to look up water polo.
Because
I've
like
always heard about it.
I don't know.
Why do we keep taking sports and just putting them in the water.
Have you ever watched?
It looks like this soccer, but in the water.
That's cool. It's like water can put a spin on things. You should have water football, water MMA, water
Water
hockey,
MMA.
Rocket League. Have you ever,
Water Rocket League. It's just boats.
that would actually be kind of cool, like boats with a beach ball,
Yes.
or no, like those fucking like hovercraft things. I could just knock the ball
Dude,
around.
yes.
Have you ever watched bare knuckle boxing?
I mean, not like as a technical sport. Isn't that not just fighting?
Yeah, but
Is
this
it
is
just
like sanctioned,
punching?
like it's basically MMA, but they use like boxing techniques. It's brutal as fuck, though, dude. They go ham. Like I think Conor McGregor owns a league or something. Hang on.
Of course he does.
So my brother knocks on the door and says, "I'm home from church," and then leaves.
God.
Like I need like an on-air sign for outside my door. What were we
But
talking? Bare knuckle boxing.
oh yeah. I don't know. It's that seems too dangerous. Like you could definitely die.
Well, like Conor McGregor owns like a league in bare knuckle boxing, and I think that's what he's gonna do once his UFC contract runs out. Is just get super high on coke and start bare knuckle boxing people.
Honestly, I think that's the only way to do it.
That's all he's been doing. I feel like. Does he even fight anymore?
I don't know. I've want to get into MMA and boxing and all that, but I got Hulu,
They have
but
MMA on there.
nope.
So wait, did you get it to watch MMA and then they didn't have it?
I got Hulu to watch something else. I got
Oh,
the $5 extra thing to get ESPN Plus and Disney for the ESPN Plus. What? I guess. Wait a second. I guess I need to try to log in to the actual ESPN Plus because it's not on Hulu. So maybe I'm just stupid and because I just thought it would all be there, but it's probably not. That and WWE. I always talk about getting into that, but I never can find out how to watch it.
they have their own like streaming thing. It's like WWE
I
Network or something you have to pay for. Actually, I think it's on Peacock now. Never mind, I'm stupid. I think they have it on Peacock.
I need to get Peacock. I've never had it. I know there's a lot of damn movies on there that I've.
It used to be free, but way back in the day. Yeah, they've
I mean,
like all of WWE on here. We should just binge it.
honest binge like 80 plus years of weekly.
It's gonna take a while, but it'll be kind of fun.
That would take forever. We would have to watch like 4 episodes a day, and maybe in like a couple years.
Yeah, you're sitting here like you value your time like extremely. Well, I don't know if I've got the time to do that or not.
I'm not. I'm just saying it would take forever.
Yeah, but it'd be fun. It'd be something to do.
I guess so. I thought about trying to start in the new stuff and then
Nah,
be
you gotta
confused
start
for a
from the
couple.
beginning. I heard they like censor some of the older stuff though. They censor out a lot of the risky parts they used to do. So I don't know how good
That
it'd be.
is because that's always been my thing. Like it's not as good as it used to be. And what I say used to be, people back then were saying it's not as good as it used to be. It's always been on a downhill.
I think didn't it peak in like Attitude Era or whatever they call it? Isn't that when it peaked or whatever?
Oh yeah, with like Triple H and uh see, I was around the Triple H and D Generation X. I don't know if you ever
Nope.
watched it as a kid at all, but
Did not.
John Cena, he was the big one at the time that I was around watching it. And Master of Thugonomics.
Master
That's what
Thugonomics, that you just said?
that used to be what his thing was. He was John Cena, Master of Thugonomics, and he used to wear a big ass chain and come out rapping.
That actually sounds awesome. I start doing that at work. I'm the master of thugonomics now.
Oh, good grief.
Dude, I feel like we're stale right now. I just can't think of stuff to talk about right now.
I'm trying to keep it going, but I had another one, but I guess what? I forgot it.
So how do I want to phrase this? Where do you want our podcast to like go? Like, do you have any plans? Or you just want to just be we sit down and talk for like an hour or two a week?
I don't know. I guess we can do just gaming. We can do just one topic. Or at least have one overarching big topic and we sprinkle some like random stuff at the beginning, but
I kind of like
I don't know.
having like the variety though. We just talk about whatever. I just need to. I didn't prepare a lot for today because you texted
For
me
this
at
one.
like I don't even remember when. Like around lunchtime. I had a busy day today, dude. I barely did any work today. I did like an hour or two of work today because I had
You had a busy day, but you did no work today.
it depends what you constitute as work, I guess, but like none of my normal like number crunching or whatever you call it. Um I I did training for like 3 hours today, and then towards the end we realized that I never did the training that you had to do beforehand to get to that training. So all of it was just kind of information overload about a bunch of stuff I didn't know. But I was like, maybe this is how it is. Maybe I just don't understand it. And then the person training me was like, wait,
Why don't you know this?
wait, have you been taught this? I'm like, no. And they're like, wait, we're like way too far ahead then. I'm like, are you serious? And so I had to leave for my lunch early because I had this like 3 hour long like orientation meeting to go to. So
Right.
so that took up another good chunk of my day, and then I went back to get trained on the other thing that I should have learned beforehand for another hour and a half. And then when I finally got back to my desk, it was like, well, today's over. I guess I'll do all this tomorrow.
Good grief.
It was very strange.
God. I mean, for the first week I started mine, it was nothing but sitting at a table for like 8 hours listening to people talk. And it was so boring and I hated it. I hate just sitting there listening to people talk. It was just like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, dude, our podcast is going to be awesome.
Well, when they're just talking about the like this is what the company does and this is all this stuff and this is all your benefits and 401k and start fucking throwing numbers at me like crazy. I'm just like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then the forklift stuff is just like, don't drive on your forklift too fast. And all this stuff that's very common sense, but I have to do like a 3 hour video and stuff about it. I'm just like, I know all this stuff already. I'm not stupid.
It's I don't like working, so I want our podcast to blow up so we can just get paid a full-time salary just to sit here and talk once a week.
Isn't that always the dream?
You always have to be consistent with it, dude. It's just your schedule's a bit weird, and I'm just lazy, and I don't like. I'm just now editing the podcast recorded like a week ago. I think it's been more. I think it's been 9 days actually.
I know, and I try to think of topics all the time, and I do think of them, but I never write them down.
That's why we have the Trello board, dude. So we can. I mean, I'll take credit too. I didn't really write down anything either. I should have been kind of keeping track because I'll read stuff at work and on my breaks and whatever. I just need to put them in the board and just so we have them to talk about. So I'll try to be better about that next week. Because I feel like we're just kind of like a standstill.
Standstill
I know,
now.
dude. It sucks.
I guess so.
Like I feel like I have stuff to talk to you about, but I can't talk to you about them on air. Right?
I mean, yeah, I
In
have
front
a
of the
shit
listeners.
ton. I have a shit ton, but I don't know. I guess we can
I think we need more segments. Is what we
more
need.
segments.
Like just structured things that we do. Like here's what my shit looked like this week, or something like that. You know what I mean? Just like a themed segment.
We can do what are they called? Dang it, I can't remember the name of it. Drafts.
What?
We like pick a certain topic, and then we go back and forth picking up our top 10 of that topic.
What?
Okay,
Here, I have an idea.
I
have an idea.
what?
Best podcast topics.
No, here. I listen. So let's say, like what I was just saying, like best video games ever. You choose 5 and I choose 5, and we go back and forth. And whoever has a better list of better games, if you choose a game to go on your list, then I can't choose that one to go on mine.
Oh, okay.
So it's a draft kind of thing.
So it's like
Draft.
like elimination. Like, okay, you can start.
Oh, we're doing the video. Okay, yeah.
I've got 26 podcast topics and ideas to try. I feel like if we want to take our podcast to the next level, we need to follow this guide. But we can do that.
Follow Logan Paul's guide.
We can do the video game thing, or we can go through this and see if we can.
We can do the video game thing.
Okay.
I'll go first then. We'll just do 5 each.
Could we do 3
or 3, just as a short.
5. I can't count that high.
Okay, so we're gonna do the draft of 3 games, top 3 games of your favorite games of all time, the ones you think that are the best.
Okay.
My first pick would have to be. You made me hesitate. Now I'm afraid to say it because I'm afraid you're right.
We probably agree on it, so just say it.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay. I did not. Okay, I didn't expect that. All right. Here, how about to make it a bit more interesting and to stretch this out a bit more? Why?
It is literally the biggest game. It has no like microtransactions or anything in it either. That's a big thing because of how games are nowadays. It's just nothing but micro transactions.
Season pass,
and
box.
You can play that game so many damn times and it be different every single time too. It's one of those story games that you could just constantly play and it be different every time. It has different like how you play it can be different every time. The story can be different every time, kind of thing. Because one time you can be a mage, and one time you can be like a barbarian type thing, and the story is extremely good. So that's why
I probably should play that game at some point, like all the way through.
Me and you need to do it together.
We say that and we play it like once a year. And we get to the part at the castle or whatever, or the drawbridge, the draw door. There's a big attack, and then we're like, okay, we'll pick this back up next time, and then we never do.
And then we try to go back to it, and then we didn't have no clue what was happening. So, I don't know. Get better memory. Get better. Get good, I guess.
Get good.
Okay, now what's your top pick?
Oh, Minecraft.
I mean, why?
It's timeless, dude. Minecraft is never not fun, right?
True.
No matter what point you are in your life, and like how far along the game has been, like it's always fun to play Minecraft. You may not be super interested in playing it sometimes, but it's always super fun. It's like limitless in what you can do. Every time you play is going to be different. It's just like an old friend you can just keep going back to.
Honestly, it's always there.
It's always there for you. It's been there for me more than most people.
It always will be there too.
Yeah.
With the damn movie coming out and everything, it's just it ain't ever gonna die.
Like Minecraft is like a cultural juggernaut.
Alrighty, my second pick will have to be A Way Out. I think that was the most fun I had playing a game in a really long time.
Oh, Way Out. Oh yeah, the co-op one we did.
Yes.
That one was really fun.
How it ended and everything was just insane. And I think it's been I love a good story narrative game that even though I don't like a whole lot of them, but games like that I just enjoy.
I like the mechanics a lot and how towards the end it pitted us against each other after spending like however many hours like working together and escaping prison and like going through each other's lives and stuff just to put us against each other at the end. Like that was really cool.
And the best part is it was the big twist at the end, and I guess spoilers if you haven't played A Way Out, but my character was a cop. And like it's funny because I've been playing this dude the entire time and I had no damn clue. I had no damn clue that I was in that. I think that was it was a bigger twist with me because I'm like, dude, I did not know that and you're like, why would you do this? I'm like, I don't even know why.
That game was super duper fun.
Your turn now.
GTA 5.
Oh, yes.
And kind of for the same reason as Minecraft 2, I don't think the game play and story have aged super well. But it's just had this kind of staying power for like 11 years now, I think.
It's purely because of online, too.
Oh, yeah. Like, say what you want about how online is going nowadays, but I remember like I'd stay home from school just to play the big updates that were coming out. You know what I mean? It was like super hype during update day.
Dude.
And you could just see all the content and play with your friends and like all this other stuff. Like when it came out, it was super big and it just kind of stuck around. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
Even without the online, the story modes and all of the GTAs always stick around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how much do you hate CJ?
Oh, CJ. Yeah. But like before GTA 5 came out, the big thing was like GTA 4 mod videos. You remember that?
Yes.
Like Carmageddon and like first person mod and like ultra realistic graphics. This is what GTA 5 is going to look like. And they did that with the next game. This is what GTA 6 is going to look like.
Right. Then my third and final pick, I have to go with another narrative game, and it's Life is Strange.
You did not just pick that.
Dude, it is such a good. It is a good ass game, and you know it.
I haven't played it in like years. I don't remember
I
most of
mean,
it.
neither, but I still remember it.
I don't. That's why I'm like, it's an interesting pick.
Well, dude, I just
Like I know there's a thing where you can like turn back time or whatever, and I'd use that to like when the dude got hit with the football, I just keep rewinding so he kept getting hit over and over again. That's what
yes,
I would do.
I
Ow,
remember that.
ow, ow.
And and then there was the whole moment where the girl was about to jump off the damn building, and then your powers just stop working, and it's like,
I
oh shit! If she jumps, she jumps. But and
thought that was
then,
cool.
but the only reason because I play the newer games. There was the second one that me and you played almost at the like we were. You watched me play it, or I watched you play it, or something. But I mean, I think all the games are just really good. And again, I mean, I could trade it out for Detroit Become Human, but I don't. It's like the first game that I can remember playing in like high school. Besides, I guess Overwatch. But
Man, I wish we could put that on our top three, but
that's our joint. I wouldn't put that in my top three.
no,
I
not
wouldn't
even
put that in my
close.
top five.
Maybe like
I
back when it came out, but not not how it is nowadays.
I have such a hate relationship with Overwatch that
I just can't. I can't find the same energy I used to have for it. It's like when you've been married for such a long time, the passion's gone. You know,
such an abusive relationship.
just
You
pissed me off. I have to slap it around
you,
a bit.
you have to you hate it so much, but you still keep coming back for some
I
reason.
love you, baby. It's like a Stockholm syndrome or something. You just can't let it go. So
God,
wait. So do I pick my third one now?
yes.
I think it's funny how you picked games that I would have never picked. Like the whole like elimination thing kind of just didn't really apply, but
Well, we only did three, but if
I couldn't do. I don't know if I could do five. Actually, I probably could have. I'm kind of torn on this one. I'll have to go with Red Dead 2.
oh shit,
I thought
that's a better pick.
I thought that would have been your first pick. That's why I was like, oh, I know what this one's gonna be.
Red Dead 2 is a pretty good pick.
Game's life changing. It's the only game I've ever cried
Oh,
at. No, that's not true. One of the only games I ever cried at.
I don't think there's been a game I've cried at, but
You didn't cry at Red Dead 2?
no, what part would I cry at?
The ending.
When or spoilers for Red Dead 2 if you haven't played it at this point.
I feel
But
like
when
everyone
Arthur
knows.
dies,
Yeah,
I don't
that shit's sad as
I mean,
fuck.
it was just kind of cool cuz he kind of just went out in a blaze of glory kind of.
Still sad he died though. I mean, like I feel like everyone saw it coming, but still.
I mean, he had tuberculosis,
Yeah, I
so
mean he wasn't gonna live, but it's still sad.
but
God, I want to play that game. Every time I talk about the game, I want to play it again. For the first time though.
I wish they did the online better. I
It could
was
have been so much more.
so hyped for online, and they just destroyed it and left. It was good. It was somewhat good for when it came out. All they needed to do is make it better and do more with it, and they just stopped. And I hope one day they come back to it or some shit, because that's what they did with GTA. Is it sucked? The online sucked at first, and then they came back to it, and they kind of were like, "Oh, maybe we should stop," but then they came back to it. Now look at it. But it could just be if you could have an update to GT or not to Red Dead Online, what would it be?
Man, I don't know.
I think they could do some type of. I mean, the only thing you could really do is heist. They haven't even done a heist.
Well,
Not
they
like a full
no, yeah, not like a
fledged.
full. We had that one mission though where you rob the bank or whatever. That one's kind of fun.
Yeah, but they needed to add more
Yeah,
and
no, I
make
agree.
them
The
because
problem with that
they
game is though is that the map is so big, and you only get a horse, right? Like they're not gonna add like a Presses or some shit, or like they might add like a Robo Horse or some bullshit, but like
do.
you wouldn't.
Sorry.
It's just if like say they add more businesses or some, like sometimes you have to travel like for 10 minutes sometimes just to get from one side of the map to wherever you're going. You know, that's the biggest problem I had with the online. It's like, oh, you're in fucking New Austin, but my moonshine shit is all the way up at the top of the map. So yeah, you can fast travel, but that shit costs money, and it still takes more time to get to a fast travel station. You know.
See, there's ways to go around it that I know people wouldn't like, but it would be cool still. And you would have to, like the first one. Do you remember? Did you ever play the first Red Dead Online?
Not much.
They had, you could ride a bull. They had, but like bulls as mounts, zebras as mounts, and all that stuff. And if you did something like that, do like in classic Rockstar, like a some salesman, exotic salesman kind of thing.
Buy like a fucking cheetah you can ride or something.
Yeah, buy like a cheetah and make it a lot faster and make it. That's something they could do. Who knows if it would be very received well, but I would love it. It would be cool. Or even then, you can have like wagons, but like have wagons with like 6 horses on it that go faster, or like just faster horses with stats on it. Like raise the stats a little, and I don't. There's, I mean, I guess you would have to almost make it a completely different game at that point from like but that's pretty much what they did with online. I mean, you didn't have all the impressors and shit. Which, yeah, don't go as far as like the oppressor, but
I don't think
there's,
I don't think that game's be getting much major updates anymore anyway. So
yeah, I know it sucks.
oh well, we can
I mean,
dream.
you could even make it into like a little farming simulator type stuff, and you get a farm and you do like crop stuff. It doesn't have to be something illegal.
Yeah, start a ranch. Be cool.
Yeah, do like a cow herding
Just have like a farming
mini game,
simulator.
pretty much.
Be kind of cool actually.
But you could have it still like, oh well, like you have to steal cows from their farms and stuff and bring them back to yours, and then you can either butcher them or and sell their meat, or you can sell them to other people type thing.
Be cool.
But no one will ever. It won't happen unless,
Sadly.
because GTA 6 is, they're gonna just everything, every person that is hired under Rockstar will be working on the online, and pretty much like GTA 5 online now. So, but oh well. I always try to find a farming simulating type game, but all of them are way too damn boring.
Yeah, that's just kind of part of it. Like I can't. I know people love Stardew Valley, but I could never get into it. Like I'll play for like a few hours and I'll be like, well, I'm bored. People
I
like
mean,
dedicate their lives to that game, dude. I'm like, how do you do that? It's just like, yeah, it's nice and chill. It's like kind of something to relax with, but
my
fuck, I get
ex
bored.
got into that game, and it's, what did you just say?
It's just boring.
Oh, I thought you said you forgot to record. I'm like, son of a bitch.
That'd be funny as fuck. Oh yeah, by the way, we haven't started yet, so whenever you're ready to go, just we
Oh,
can
okay,
start.
yeah, let's go. Okay, welcome back to the
Hey guys,
podcast, guys.
welcome back.
But yeah, my ex played Stardew Valley all the damn fucking time, and she got into it so much, and she was obsessed over it. And I tried to like play it, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's just there's nothing happening. Just like Ark, I try to make that into somewhat of a farming simulator. And speaking of a love-hate relationship with a damn game, I try to play Ark again, and every time I try to play it, I swear my mental health goes like straight down into the trash. Do you have a
Yeah.
game like that?
Counter Strike, go. Or Counter Strike 2.
That one, I always get
I'll get
forced into
really
it.
into it and I'll get halfway decent at it. And then I'll just start playing people that are just way better than me. And I'll get pissed and think very nasty thoughts about myself and then quit and play something single player.
See, the worst thing about Ark is this: I will spend like a week or two on shit, and then I'll get on there and it's just all gone, and I'm just like, oh, yay! I spent hours,
Yeah, I don't know
and
how you go through that all the time.
I don't
I
know.
feel like
And
after the first time I'd ask for a refund.
well, I mean, it's part of the game. People just kind of steal my shit, and
Listen, like if part of the game is being miserable, I don't think I want to play it.
but there's also the thing of like, okay, why don't you just play single player, and you get all your stuff, and you'll log off, and it'll all be there when you get back. I don't know why I don't. I just like the appeal of playing against other people and stealing other people's shit too. But then my shit gets stolen, and it's just all over, and I'm just like, God. And I play it solo, which is not a thing you should do. But I've been in so many different tribes with that game, and the people that you play with are the most paranoid group of gamers that you could ever like imagine.
Sounds like Rust almost.
It is. I mean, that's pretty much same thing.
I can never
It's
get
the
into Rust
exact.
either.
It's
I bought it, I played it for like an hour, and I got killed with a rock and called the N word, so I got a refund for the game.
I've tried to play Rust too because I like the idea. I just kind of get on there and just mess around with people because they talk a lot more on Rust than anyone ever does on Ark. But it will take literally. I've left my computer trying to load it into a server for an hour and it never loaded in. I don't understand why it takes so long for me, but it just takes so damn long.
Yeah, I can never get into games like that.
But and I shouldn't. I don't. I should not like those games. And yet, every once in a while, I'll be like, "Ah, oh, gotta try. Maybe this time I'll do good, or maybe this time, well, I'll find some people that I just click with and I can play." But every time I find someone, it's like, "Are you gonna try to steal from us?" I'm like, "Dude, no." They're just so damn paranoid.
I don't blame them, dude.
But yeah, I mean, it was like last week I was playing it, and I quit like 2 days ago.
Cold turkey.
Not cold turkey. I got really pissed, and I'm like, I fucking hate this fucking game, and I'm just fucking pacing the goddamn floor, and I fucking delete the game, and then I got Elder Scrolls Online
And you never look back.
because I always go through this. So how long have we been recording?
50 minutes on the dot, as a matter of fact.
I this one probably is going in the trash anyway, or clipped
No.
into.
No. Listen. No such thing as a trash can when we do this. No such thing as editing when we do this, okay? It goes up as we do it. That's just how it is. If we have a bad episode, we have a bad episode and we just learn from it.
Well, what can we talk about for 10 minutes? How long do we want to make these?
Hour-ish, probably.
What's your what's your expectation? Or damn it, I can't talk.
What? My expectation?
What is your view on card games?
I don't really have one.
You never thought about playing any of the card games or anything?
Nope.
Well, then you're pretty.
Why? Like, why?
I don't know. I always like card games. I don't know why. That's
like,
been.
well, what kind of card games do you mean? Like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, stuff like that?
Those, yes.
Yeah, I've never had any kind of inkling of interest.
Or any like nerdy tabletop game, like D&D too. I always think about just getting into any like tabletop game that has a big. I don't know. I'm very. I can't talk to. You're the only person I talk to in days.
Talk to your friends at work. Maybe they're super gay and nerdy like you are.
Well, the one dude that has a kid my age, that's my age, not the dude that's my age that has a kid my kid's age, watches anime, so I talk to him. Maybe it's
Weeb Club.
Weeb Club.
No need. Yeah, at work.
Weeb Club. My manager does too. One of my managers do.
Okay,
like the majority of people there do. So
think about something that can carry us for the next few minutes out of this shit show. It's like I'm just gonna call this our second episode because like the first episode, we'll just call that episode 0. Now it's gonna be confusing.
So is this episode 1 or is this episode 2?
This episode 2. Last one was episode 1. The one before that was 0. The first ever one we did forever ago. I might not even list that one. I might just take it down because
we did like 4 of them.
Yeah. Those
and never put them up.
Those ones were worse than this one. I don't want to talk about. They're lost episodes. We'll put them on Patreon. Once people are watching the show. So I've got some like interview questions. Because like I feel like people are gonna want to know about us, right? But I also don't want to.
What's your favorite color?
Get super personal. These are podcasting related questions too. So let's role play a bit. I'm interviewing you on. I'm Joe Rogan, and you're like whatever guest I have on or whatever.
Obama.
Sure, you can be Obama. Lose yourself.
Lose yourself in the moment.
So, what's up, Obama? I just had a few podcasting related questions for you. What made you want to start a podcast about your topic? Wait. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm totally just thinking about this on the fly. Fuck.
You need to read the question before you ask me for you.
At least I didn't read the number before it. 70. What?
You're talking really like Joe Rogan or a politician now.
All right, let's restart. What's up, Obama? Welcome to the studio. Just a few quick podcasting hyphen-related questions for you. What made you want to start a new podcast? Period. There's nothing after that thought I just had.
I just like talking to you, and I would like to bring the joy of our conversations to other people.
I agree with your answer. I don't remember how to talk. How long did it take you to grow your audience to its current size?
Stop, stop reading.
I'm not reading anything. I'm just thinking of these.
I thought you would have some that would audience of what size? Literally, no one's gonna.
Not if
Besides
you don't
Will,
advertise.
besides Will and Alton.
If I make posters for you, will you hang them up at work about our podcast?
Someone already has. Someone already has. You remember me sending you that?
Yeah, so just do it with our stuff. Apparently, it's a thing you can do there now.
Apparently. I'll do it. Any more questions that have, like, no real answer?
I can try to think of some really quick. let me sit here and think really hard. um, are there any business podcasts that help you succeed in your field? Fuck, no, that's not it.
No, apparently I don't think any of them worked yet. We're still... God.
These suck. These are
Fucking
stupid questions.
fucking Dave Ramsey helped me in my...
Okay. I brought this up at the beginning with you. I don't know if I want to do these yet. I kind of want to close out with them. Fuck it, whatever. We can do 2-sentence horror for the next.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
In the spirit, Halloween's next week. That's probably when this episode's going to go up because how long it takes me to edit, which it shouldn't take that long. It only took me like half an hour tonight. I'm just lazy. I'm going to share this with you. So,
I thought you weren't going to edit them. You were just putting them...
Well, I wouldn't edit them, but there were a lot of times where your son came up and had a conniption at you, so like I didn't want the dead silence. This one probably won't need edited that much at all. I could probably get it up tonight.
I don't know if you've been able to hear him at all. He's playing Roblox
here and there, but I mean it's fine. So, I didn't really plan out how I wanted to do this.
It's no secret I have a child.
It's just you're like Diddy slave.
God. Do not know. Whoa.
Sorry,
No. Bleep that shit.
I'm not editing this, dude. Sorry, this is out there now.
You need to go towards... Good God, never mind. Okay, let's do this.
So listen, this is the gifted. Are we the gang or the goon? I can't remember. Gifted gang, Halloween, spooktidathon. I don't fucking
spooktacular. I feel like every time we start recording, your brain just goes,
Yeah, basically. So this is 2-sentence horror. Can you guess what it's about?
3 sentences of horror.
No! Idiot.
4?
2 sentences that are supposed to... 2 sentences is all I need to scare the shit out of you, okay? Like, if this gets to be too much, let me know and we can...
I can give you 2 words that scared the shit out of you.
What?
I'm pregnant.
I'm
funny.
I was really scared about what you were going to say there because I was like, fuck, don't say anything bad.
I can give you 1 word to scare the hell out of you.
Diddy.
Joel.
I don't want to edit these. Stop.
I just said Joe.
Yeah, that's too much.
Too scary.
So we can just alternate reading if you want. We can just work down the list and like I said, if you get too scared, let me know and we can stop.
Oh,
I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
I'll
Same
come over and hold your hand.
same with the audience. If this scares you too much, this is a trigger warning. Scary stuff is ahead. So if
Very scary.
if you're easily triggered by scary things, don't
Get the
listen.
fuck over it.
Unsubscribe. Don't ever listen to us again. Because this is very scary stuff. So, this is the first 2-sentence horror story. My wife and I were elated when we found out we were having twins. It had been devastating to learn that only one child wouldn't be enough to settle our student loan debts.
Okay.
That one wasn't that good.
Student loan debts.
Here, you can read this one.
Oh, I have to read. I can't read.
Too bad.
I
Yeah.
often heard my daughter talking to an imaginary friend and dismissed it as a childhood whimsy. One night I listened closely and froze when I heard someone say, "Your mommy doesn't know I'm not imaginary." I
Ooh.
would punt that kid. He would be just, or she would be just adopted right then and there. Bye.
I feel like I've
Like,
seen. I
nope.
feel like I've seen this somewhere. It might have been in
Didn't
like.
Netflix do like a 2-sentence horror story? Like,
No, I think I read it in like article about like Diddy or something.
I, I always
But
thought it was just, always thought it was an imaginary friend. Little did I know Diddy was in her room.
ooh, you probably just made a better 2-sentence horror than most of these. Mom always told me monsters can't hurt me. In a way, she was right. But as I listened to the pounding on my bedroom floor, I realized that I don't think she accounted for the one she married. Oh, my
Aw,
stepdad!
this is sad.
2-sentence
This is really
sad.
sad. That's just really sad. I was gonna make a sex joke, but then it turned out
I
really
was too,
sad.
and that's why I started laughing halfway through. All right, your turn.
We are so happy to finally have a child, a little girl, and she's young enough she'll never remember her parents' screams.
Ah!
Huh.
That one scared me.
Okay then. That's
Let's go to top of like the last week. How about that?
that was not okay.
Help me, I'm trapped! Cried the little girl through the freshly uncovered gaps in the rubble. Fuck that! Yelled the archaeologist as he hurriedly placed back the ancient tombstones. Ooh. Fuck that!
Guys, I think Queen Elizabeth's still alive.
Oh, this one's not safe for work. I don't know if we can put this on the internet.
Oh,
You read
no.
it.
No. I made the wrong choice when a man broke into my house at night and forced me to choose who would die between me and my daughter. Now I can't do anything because I'm a ghost, and all I can do is watch him. I'm not reading the rest of that.
That's not where the story stopped. There's more.
I'm not reading the rest of that. You're gonna have to blur that out. That was not okay.
I probably won't even put it on screen. That takes work. My best friend keeps trying to convince me to stop talking to the man I connected with through Prison Pen Pal website, but she'd never understand. As I heard him sneak into my house, I never felt so safe as I did in that moment, knowing he'd make sure my father would never put his hands on me again. What?
What?
I don't get that one. How's that the top of the week? Top of the morning.
On to you.
Okay, this sucks. I thought this would be better. I'm sorry.
We can do. Oh, fucking hell. We can do reaction.
I have an idea of something we can do for extra content outside the podcast. And I guess we can just do it. I guess
Do you
we
just want it
We well
in the
we can
podcast.
we can talk about it here to get the hype going. I don't want our viewers to be left in the dark.
Right. Let's talk about it. What is your idea?
I've got a horror game we could play.
Ooh, what is that?
It's called Who's Lisa or something. It looks kind of spooky. So I'm trying to adjust myself. Or
Who is Lisa?
Who's Elise or something? You like have to adjust your character's face to match this. You're basically like a psychopath, and you have to adjust your character's face to fit into society or whatever. It's supposed to be spooky though.
Is it on?
I've got it.
I was trying to look it up, but
It might be one of those things I screen share with you.
Those are.
It won't be like Five Nights at Freddy's, I promise.
God, that was.
Okay.
Or we could react to scary, spooky videos.
We did that.
Or I mean, yeah, we did that with. No, we didn't do that as a. We just watched that's just something we just did. The local 58 and stuff. We didn't even record that shit.
Well, okay.
But
We can just